Wonder Woman watched from the street corner, her monthly cycle in full effect, pure, uncut, raging menstruation keeping her laser focused on the fight. Her brow furrowed, concern etched on her face, possibly forgetting to change her tampon from last week. The air crackled with energy. Furious testosterone levels exploded from each combatant. Superman and Hulk, two forces of nature, collided. It was clearly visible that Superman uses just for men a touch of grey to hide his aging hairline. The sidewalk trembled with each impact. Buildings shook, windows rattled, pedestrians farted, and cops unloaded canisters of tear gas into the innocent people caught between the fight. The Hulk, a behemoth of rage, slammed his fists into Superman, grinning as he readjusted his Hulk-sized package. The Man of Steel, unyielding, met each blow with his own, but unfortunately the blue chew he had taken earlier that day trying to seal the deal with Wonder Woman began to kick in, exposing his tiny super package to the world. The sheer power of their fight was staggering. Debris rained down like a hailstorm. Wonder Woman knew she couldn't interfere, not yet. Not with this weak old tampon still causing havoc to her own self. This was a battle they had to fight. Hulk roared, a primal sound that echoed through the city. He charged, a green battering ram of muscle and fury, balls and sack, the Hulk's enormous member flopping wildly in his purple shorts he wore. Superman braced himself, meeting the Hulk head-on. The impact sent shockwaves rippling outward. Cars were tossed aside like toys. Wonder Woman was blown into a nearby crowd of terrified people just trying to seek shelter from the fight. The force she impacted the crowd with was too intense, causing every person she collided with to explode, killing them instantly. Batman, a witness to Wonder Woman's crimes, casually walked over to her disoriented body and put two .45 slugs in her chest, permanently deleting her from this story. The ground buckled under the strain. Superman, using his speed, dodged a wild haymaker from the Hulk. He countered with a punch of his own, a sonic boom erupting from his fist. The Hulk staggered, but recovered quickly. His eyes burned with an unholy light, his butt cheeks clenched tightly. This fight was far from over. The Hulk would get revenge for that hit. Hulk, enraged, grabbed a nearby object. It was a 55-gallon drum, dented and rusty, but a decal on the side read, "P. Diddy's Slippery Juice." Superman watched, confused, as Hulk ripped the top off the drum. A pungent odor filled the air. Baby oil. Superman knew his goose was cooked. Just a single drop of that P. Diddy's Slippery Juice could bring the Man of Steel down. It was worse than kryptonite. Before Superman could react, Hulk hurled the contents at him. The oil, slick and thick, coated Superman's body. He sputtered, momentarily blinded. The baby oil drenched Superman fully. His butt cheeks were soaked. He was vulnerable now. The element of surprise, however unexpected, had given Hulk the upper hand. The Hulk's mighty Hulk package got stiffer. Hulk seized his chance. He charged, a green blur, and slammed into Superman with the force of a runaway train. The Hulk's member just barely veered to the side, narrowly missing a catastrophe for Superman. Superman, disoriented and weakened, couldn't recover in time. He crashed to the ground, the breath knocked out of him, his blue chew wearing off and his power failing. The world spun as darkness crept in at the edges of his vision. He tried to rise, to fight back, but his body wouldn't respond. The Hulk leaned in and nibbled on Superman's neck, gently tracing the Man of Steel's outline with his huge Hulk fingers. The last thing he saw before blacking out was the Hulk's triumphant roar. He awoke slowly, groggy and disoriented. His head throbbed, his body ached. His bum felt incredibly stretched out, but he couldn't figure out why. He was lying on a bed, his arms and legs bound tightly, covered in baby oil. Panic surged through him as he realized he couldn't move. He was in a dark, dingy room. That smelt of after-party and shame. The air was thick with the smell of stale cigarettes and cheap cologne. Two figures emerged from the shadows, their faces illuminated by the flickering light of a nearby television. P. Diddy and R. Kelly. Superman's blood ran cold. He had heard of Thea's existence, but didn't believe he could become Thea's next prize. He was in a different kind of danger now.